beats. Malloy, why this shit bang?
What's up, fight fans around the world? I'm your host, BK. This is another episode of LGI Fight Pod. We'll be covering all the biggest upcoming MMA fights. As always, joining me on the right side, my main man, my boy, Ravi Savani. How you doing, Ravi? I can see that you've got yourself a new mic there.
Yeah, we're moving up in the world, boys.
Looking good.
I'm starting a podcast on my own, so
So you're going to be doing another podcast with another friend of yours?
yeah, with one of my jiu-jitsu friends.
Okay, that's sick, dude.
But we're not just gonna talk about jiu-jitsu. We're gonna talk about all types of shit. But
Mhm.
jiu-jitsu will probably just come up in our conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, dude. Since you guys both met each other at jiu-jitsu class.
Yeah. Alright, shall we get right into the good?
Okay, so there was a fight that took place over the weekend, UFC Fight Night, arguably the most stacked fight night event this year. We've got Woodley against Colby Covington. It's a regular bout within the top 5 for the welterweight division.
They purposely stacked the card because it's on ESPN and it's the week before Adesanya Costa. So they're trying to, it's foreplay for next week.
Yep.
So they're trying to get people to watch this week and get them to spend money for the pay-per-view next week. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, and you bet while I was actually watching the Fight Night event, they had so many promos about Adesanya and Costa. I feel like...
Dana White has it down to a science, bro. They have it down to a science.
Oh, definitely, dude. The best marketing people there are out there. Okay, the biggest talk, I think, over the past week, just leading up to this Fight Night event was Khamzat Chimaev. So after that night, of course, he actually managed to get the third W in his UFC career. And that was a first round stoppage against Gerald Meerschaert, GM3. And I think it took him less than 20 seconds. Literally the first punch that he
I love
threw.
how you just pronounced Meerschaert's name like it's easy though.
Gerald Meerschaert.
It's Gerald Meerschaert?
Yeah,
Meerschaert?
I wasn't so sure of how to pronounce his surname. So GM3 is...
And you practiced?
Meerschaert is actually simpler than you actually think it would be.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
how
true,
you,
that's
how
true.
you
Maybe I'm
actually
just being
pronounce
stupid.
it. Yeah.
Anyways, who cares? We don't need to know his name. He's just a journeyman.
Huge disrespect, Ralph. I'll tell you one thing though, Gerald, I actually like how he sounds on the mic, man. He does sound confident, dude, and he can talk well. But
Who gives a fuck at this point?
Dude, a
Who
huge-
gives a fuck at this point, bro?
dude, a huge contrast in how he performed that night though.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even see anything though. That's the thing. It's just he just got caught so early that you can't even say anything. 17 seconds in, Khamzat seemed way too fast for him. He just knocked him out. Fucking insane. Mind blowing.
Okay, I guess the only thing that we saw from Khamzat's last fight, which took place that night, was okay. So he did have KO and TKO wins within his MMA record, but we've never seen it at a UFC level, the highest level there is. So that's what he showed.
Yeah. When I was watching it with Nick, our good friend Nick,
Yep.
and Chaz,
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying, like, we've actually never seen this guy strike before. We've just seen him take people down and maul them. And
You-
the second I said that, like 2 seconds after that,
Ooh.
motherfucker just knocked him on his ass, bro. And I lost my mind. I bought into the hype straight away.
Man, you can see it in, how he was acting just leading up to the fight. Not a dent in his confidence, dude. Not at all. Like I didn't see none of that. There was
In Khamzat? Yeah.
dude, it was insane, man. Like
You have to have confidence if you have another fight booked already before you even step into the octagon.
yeah, definitely. And he's supposedly going to be fighting Damian Maia within a month's time. Damian Maia might not be ready by then. They might actually just throw him another
Oh, really?
fight. Yeah, that's what Dana said. Like, Maia's gonna need more
Oh,
time.
okay. I thought it was already on paper. It's not on paper yet.
Not on paper. Nothing's official. And
Okay.
I think right now most people are thinking that fight is pretty bad matchup for Maia at this point after what we just saw.
Just because of the striking that we saw.
Yeah.
But man, before this week, I actually really wanted to see him fight Damian Maia,
Mhm.
like on the ground though. Can he do what the fuck he does to Damian Maia on the ground? If he can, that's the scariest shit ever.
So, Rav, that's always been the case. People want to see someone who's really good at jiu-jitsu nullify someone who's really good at wrestling. But when was the last time we've actually seen any of that in the UFC? I think it's been a while, man.
And a lot of problem with a lot of jiu-jitsu guys is a wrestler can just hold them and just be safe in the guard and do like small ass little punches. That's like the jiu-jitsu guy's worst nightmare. But people are just getting better at anti-jiu-jitsu. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Even the wrestling style is definitely evolved now that you've got a lot of Russians as well. Maybe in the near future, we're going to see like a jiu-jitsu specialist. They are actually more prepared on how to handle these type of wrestlers and especially the new era.
It'll always go up and get better anyway. But there are different levels of jiu-jitsu too, though. That's the thing.
Different
You know what I mean?
levels.
Someone like Damien Maya,
The highest level.
highest level.
Highest
Like
level.
Mackenzie Dern, highest level. Fabricio Verdum, highest level.
Is Mackenzie Dern the highest level? Like if you're talking females?
Yeah.
Definitely.
ADCC champ. Like it doesn't get better than ADCC champ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what'd you think about that Brazilian accent though?
Dude, I think she gets way too much hate for the Brazilian accent.
Yeah.
You know why?
Uh,
I personally experienced developing another accent that I never had.
it's human nature, man. When you're
Right?
immersed.
I had a Malaysian accent for a second.
Yeah.
Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, you still have it
The
every
first
now
time I
and
saw-
then, Ralph. Don't lie, man. You still got it every now and
That's
then.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, but
That's why people can't flame Mackenzie Dern too harshly. People hate on her, dude, just because they think the accent is. If you hang out with all those Brazilians 24/7, 100% you can develop an accent.
for sure, and it's hard to hate on Mackenzie Dern just given her personality. She's super bubbly.
She looks so much better now,
Yeah,
bro.
dime, that's for sure.
Dime, and like I'm talking about fitness first of all, but yeah, dime as well.
Yep, she busty.
Like she looks like her last fight. Ooh, that was some beautiful jiu-jitsu, man.
Her last.
Some beautiful.
Okay, you mean the
jiu-jitsu.
one that took place this weekend against
Yeah,
Randa?
it was right
Randa
before the
Marcos.
Khamzat fight, right?
Sorry.
I think it was right before the Khamzat fight.
Yeah,
I'm a believer in Mackenzie Dern, especially now that she's training her striking with Jason Perillo.
Perillo. Yep, one of the
I'm on the
best.
hype train.
Yeah, let's just get straight into the main event that took place over the weekend. Woodley versus Covington. So yeah, Ralph, you can go first, man. What do you think about Woodley's performance or just Colby's
Thoughts?
performance?
I think he came in with a game plan to not be backed up into the fence, and I think he did intend to go out there and like knock him out
Mm-hmm.
and like be aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
because he did that when he first came out in the first round.
Yeah.
But the moment he overextended and Colby landed that first takedown on him,
Yes.
I think his whole mindset changed. Because I think he knows deep down inside that he can't keep up with Colby's pace.
Of course.
So that's why he had to conserve all the energy and just play like he usually plays, like behind, with the cage behind him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about Colby?
He's a fucking beast, man. No matter what you say about him, if you think like he's an asshole or whatever, he's legit.
Dude, I think it was.
He doesn't get tired. Underrated kickboxing.
Yep.
Great wrestling. Great cardio to back it up. Like that's a scary sight for anyone. If you're going across that,
Yep.
that's a scary sight. Because nothing is scarier than losing energy and being gassed. Like people don't understand what being gassed feels like.
They don't. They have no.
You literally
clue.
can't fucking move your shit, bro.
Yeah. In my opinion, Colby is the number 2 best welterweight in the world. Like no doubt.
Mhm.
Burns.
Behind Kamaru.
Burns probably comes close, but I would still say Colby. He's shown us more compared to what we've seen from Burns. Okay, so a lot of the narrative has been like going into this fight with Covington that Woodley has to, exactly what you said, don't back up to the fence too much. He's got to pull the trigger, throw shots. And if you actually seen in the first round, right, Woodley, he seemed composed. He did seem composed for the first half of the first round. He jabbed to the body, jabbed to the head, being just cautious about the takedown. And hats off to Colby, man. The moment Tyrone actually committed, like overextended a little bit with his power hand, the takedown was there and it was clean. It was real clean, dude, of a takedown.
Yeah. Not an expert in wrestling, but perfect timing, and it took him down. And you could just tell after that, Tyron was like, "Fuck." The way he fought changed straight away after that first takedown.
It did, and the way he fought and also the way he felt definitely changed drastically after the first round, dude. There's been so much talk about Woodley has to do this, he has to do that, he can't just stay still. But I just think that that's what he has to do to win. There's no other way around it. But also the fact that it's fucking hard, dude. It's fucking hard for someone who has been fighting with the same style since he transitioned from wrestling to MMA. He's been fighting pretty much the same throughout his whole career up till 2018 when he defended against Darren Till. So that game plan has been working for him. And, even if it's 1 year or 2 year, it's just not enough time to adjust, for a fighter like Colby.
Yeah, I think it's just the matchup, man. He's been getting guys with endless cardio,
Yeah.
high level wrestling,
Yeah.
and high level striking. That's a tough ask, especially Woodley. He gets tired, so if you just wear him down against the fence and shit like that, it seems to have worked for him. They seem to have found the blueprint to fight Woodley.
Rory McDonald was the
But
first.
the good thing is he said he didn't want to retire yet. Did you see that?
I mean, what's he gonna do, Ralph? What's he gonna do?
I think honestly, we should see him fight some guy that doesn't have that high level striking.
Yeah, of course.
I think you can still get a fun fight out of Woodley.
He can.
You give him like a striker. Like Leon Edwards, bro. Like just give him Leon Edwards.
I don't want to see that for Woodley, man. I want to see an
For Woodley?
even more interesting fight for Woodley.
But then if you cannot beat Leon Edwards, then then like it's over for you. Like there's you gotta call it. You know what I mean?
I think.
No disrespect to Leon, by
I
the way.
mean, don't you think like how the fight's gonna play out with Woodley and Edwards is pretty much the same as Burns and Covington?
I don't know,
more or less.
because I don't think he doesn't have to worry about the grappling, so he can use most of his energy just fucking kickboxing exchange and try to connect. You know what I mean? But if he's
Yeah.
worried about getting taken down,
Mhm.
the moment like all your muscles are filled with blood and shit, especially with muscles that big,
Yes. It's gonna drain you very quick.
it's different. Like striking cardio and grappling cardio is like it's two different things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I won't be surprised if Leon is able to just like piece him out from the outside,
Mhm.
win the clinch with his elbows. Ooh, Leon has some beautiful elbows from the clinch, bro.
I think that's very likely to happen. Okay, I'm just looking
Yeah,
at
Woodley might get knocked out too. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just
I don't
looking
know.
at the rankings right
Sad.
now. Like if I'm looking for an interesting fight for Woodley, something that's fun. So he's beaten Thompson, he's beaten Maya, Chiesa. Chiesa is there. I think Chiesa would probably be more competitive of a matchup as compared to Leon Edwards. RDA is there. So
RDA is nice. He's fighting Islam, right?
yes, he is.
It'll be interesting to see where his career goes from here.
Mhm.
At least he's got rapping.
Right.
Falling in and out of
And
love. I
I'm
don't
in
even know
love
that
with
song.
you.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Okay, so UFC 253 will be taking place this weekend on Sunday, the 27th. The main event will actually start at 10 a.m. Malaysian time. We have two title fights on the line. Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz and Israel Adesanya against Paulo Borrachinha Costa, aka the Eraser.
Boha!
Dude,
I'm so excited for that main event. I'm so scared for Izzy.
this is definitely one of the most intriguing main event fights of the year. Title fight and main event fights. Their personality wise, Izzy he's a natural dude. He's got everything. Like he's super marketable. He speaks really well on the mic. He's got a great sense of fashion. And Paulo Costa, he plays the brawler character, the guy that, thinks with his muscles, not too much with his brains. He plays that character really well as we can see so far. But man, dude, damn Paulo Costa can fight, dude.
Man, his fight against Romero, you're a casual, just watch that fight, okay? If you're a casuals love that fight.
I've got first-hand experience just showing that fight to super casuals, like people who have only watched a couple of fights and their eyes are glued to the TV
100%.
while watching that shit.
100%.
We'll talk about Costa first, okay? For me, I think what's most impressive about Costa is the fact that he swings that heavy and he has an output that, although we've only seen him go 3 rounds max and he did slow down a bit, I still think that that's insane and I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. At least not in the post-USADA era.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But I think logic says that the moment the fight goes 2.5 rounds and over, Izzy's chances increase and Paulo Costa's chances decrease. I think the scariest is going to be obviously the first round and the second round. But after that, Izzy should be able to piece him up.
Just the build up to this fight, right? I can feel that even for casuals, for hardcore fans, of course, we've been looking forward to this fight ever since it was announced. I think it was when Israel beat Brad Tavares. That's when Paulo Costa was sitting cage side and Izzy actually called Paulo Costa out. So they had a little altercation over there. And yeah, this fight has been long time coming.
It's because Costa hurt I think he had bicep surgery or something.
I can't remember.
But it's going to be a fun fight, man. Like stylistically,
Yep.
Paulo Costa is someone that just goes forward, tries to cut off the cage, and just throws fucking bombs, fucking hooks all day. And Izzy will be like lateral movement, try to keep him on the outside, and like that's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what a lot of people thought the Romero fight was going to be, but this time Paulo Costa will for sure try to cut him off and press the action.
Because
that's where Izzy is supposed to flourish. So Bull versus the Matador.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the odds right now for Israel Adesanya versus Costa. So if you bet $10 on Izzy to win, just straight up win, you get $15 back. If you bet $10 on Paulo Costa, you get $25 back. What do you think about the odds, Raf, first of all? So for Izzy to win, 1.57. That's his odds.
Oh, 1.57, sorry. Yeah, I think that's fair. That's not that That's not that heavy.
You see, I don't think that's fair. I think that what should be the right odds for Izzy is around 1.3. And yeah, I think he would be a heavy favorite, 1.3. Because, okay, so this is just my opinion. Okay, like, it's like what you mentioned earlier. I think most people can see that after the midway point of the second round, I just don't see Costa's chances of winning getting any better. It's probably going to go down.
Which is
even-
fair.
So how's Costa going to win? He has to land a huge bomb. It gets harder
Yeah,
and harder.
but he can land a huge bomb from the first to the fifth round, though.
Yeah.
Even if Izzy's winning the whole fucking time, let's say he's winning the first 3 rounds, you know that Paulo Costa has that one punch that may change the whole fight around. Just like Derek Lewis and Volkov. You know what I mean?
Exactly
Yeah,
like that,
so-
dude. Okay, so the thing about Costa, he isn't exactly a KO artist. Not exactly. I mean, if you look at his wins,
Not
they're-
one punch?
Not one punch, TKOs. So that's something you can actually think about. Also, I feel like if you're talking preparation wise, you can find fighters like Paulo Costa in the gym or in other gyms. A brawler is putting it in a very bad way. I'm sure he's good technical as
I
well,
mean-
but there's levels to
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
I get what you're trying to say.
Unlike Costa, who is preparing for Adesanya, you'll never find, unless you get the champion from Glory Kickboxing or a high-level striker, really high-level elite striker to help you out in your camp, it's really hard to emulate Israel's fight style. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Costa's X factor in the lead up to the fight is the fact that I don't think they can find someone that hits as hard as Costa and has the same amount of pressure as Costa. But they can do a Shark Tank type of scenario.
If you don't know what a
still
Shark
think-
Tank is where you get a fresh guy every round.
So you get a fresh guy every round, and that way it keeps the fighter preparing for the fight as prepared as possible for the fight.
Adesanya has like what, 80 kickboxing, like almost 100 kickboxing fights?
Almost 100. Almost 100.
Like I'm sure he's come across someone with Costa's style. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm so biased towards Adesanya. Like he's one of my favorite fighters. I'm like the biggest dick rider ever. So it's hard to not be biased. So all day, style bender all day.
Style bender all day.
Gotta think hard for this.
Think
fight
hard.
card.
Don't act like you're gonna change your mind, dude. I know where your mind's at.
Yeah, I
Your
know.
mind's definitely
Yeah.
at
I won't
Adesanya
change my
and
mind.
1.57, Rav. 1.57.
Then I think we have the same picks for the co-main as well.
I would say Gaethje Khabib is. I look forward to the fight even more compared to this one. This one's pretty damn good. But
I mean, it's not stacked like the way Justin Gaethje and Khabib is though. But that
think
last fight
that's-
card in Fight Island is stacked city, bro.
we're gonna do a breakdown of that card as well. Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. That might take a little longer than this one though.
What's your final pick, Rav? What's the fight outcome you predict?
Adesanya, 5th round TKO.
Man, I really feel like it's gonna be a decision, very likely, but 5th round TKO is very, very possible. Definitely
the
more
thing is,
possible than
dude,
4th round.
Paulo Costa could probably take a hit though, so he might get hurt. But I think the chances of him getting like stopped is not very high. But I would love to see a 5th round TKO. That's why I picked 5th round TKO. How epic would that should be?
Okay, so 5th round TKO for you. Okay, I'm gonna go Adesanya by decision. 5th round decision.
Okay, fair.
I think Costa's gonna land early. It's not gonna put Izzy out because just like he rolls with the punches that he absorbs.
Like one punch can just change the whole thing, man. That's the scary part.
Okay, you think about it. When have we ever seen Izzy get hit?
It just
By a
it
clean
just takes
counter.
that video of him losing in kickboxing where he was stiff. That's
Yeah.
all it takes, bro.
It does.
Huh.
It does. It could even be a jab.
It could even be a jab. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so we both got Izzy. I'm gonna go with Izzy by decision and 5th round TKO for you, Izzy.
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
So we have the appetizer for this main card. Jan Blachowicz against Dominic Reyes for the vacant light heavyweight title. So what happened was John Jones, who was actually the champion of the light heavyweight division, he put it out there that he's made a decision to actually move up to heavyweight, and in doing so, he decided to vacate the light heavyweight title, which was a really respectable and commendable thing to do, just considering all the other fighters in the division. And a lot of people actually talk highly about what he actually just did. Yeah, and it's pretty much
Respectable.
the fair thing to do.
Yeah, fair things to do for sure.
Okay, in my book, Dominic Reyes beat John Jones for the title. I think he did.
Debatable. Like I
don't-
don't know. I have to rewatch the fight again because it's been a while since I've watched it. But
Mhm.
it's definitely an argument that could be made. It's definitely a debate. It's
For
definitely a
me,
debate.
I think that there isn't an argument. I think the judges got it wrong, like straight up got it wrong.
It wasn't
And
even split, huh? All three judges
No, it
scored
wasn't
the
a
same way?
split. It wasn't a split. So
I mean, if I were just from the top of my head, John Jones probably won round 4 and 5, yeah?
he did.
So
I
he
would
just
say
has to
so.
steal one of the first 3 rounds. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
and
we'll have to watch it again, but definitely Dominic Reyes was a sick fight by him, man. His two down the pipe is so fast and so smooth, man.
dude, he comes out super heavy, super strong, super fast, and that left hand of his is an absolute sniper, dude. Like,
I think that that 5 round experience with the greatest light heavyweight of all time,
yep.
it'll probably be super beneficial for him because now he knows energy management wise what he has to do to adjust to be able to push those last 2 rounds. You know what I mean? I'm a fan.
A lot of experts say that, if you actually had a title fight, there's no way that you're not going to get better for your next fight. Like, that's something not many fighters will actually get the chance to fight for the title, let alone be the champ. So I expect a better Dominic Reyes. Okay, so let's talk about Jan. So Jan's got crazy knockout power. Okay, it only takes one from Jan to actually put someone's lights out. He knocked out Luke Rockhold. He knocked out Corey Anderson as well in his last fight. So that only took 1 round. So he knocked out Luke Rockhold in the second round with a left hook. He did
Yeah.
the same against Corey Anderson, a left hook, and Corey Anderson was down. Okay, so Jan has actually gone 5 rounds before. We've seen that he won a split decision against Jacare Souza, which I don't think Souza is just there if you're talking about the best
When was this
contenders
week?
right
They
now.
fought at light heavyweight. Jacare
Yeah.
fought at light heavyweight.
It was his debut and his only fight actually.
I don't think he's fought since
Nah, he hasn't fought. And
Yeah,
he's
man's
old as hell,
old too.
man. So Jan has really, really good grappling as well. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and he's strong. He's really strong. But Dominic Reyes, like if you're talking grappling wise, Dominic Reyes has great wrestling as well. He's an athlete, dude. So he's strong, he's fast. He's got
Yeah. How's his jiu-jitsu? I've never heard about his jiu-jitsu.
he's a blue belt, if I'm not mistaken.
He's a blue belt? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but you know what they say?
But Chris Weidman found it pretty difficult to take him down. And Chris Weidman has legit wrestling.
I mean, Reyes has legit wrestling too. Yeah.
If Chris Weidman finds it hard to take you down, then you probably have some pretty high levels, at
Yup.
least anti-wrestling.
Well, he's bigger than Whiteman. Straight up, he's just the bigger guy.
Do you think the fight will be more
think-
of like a kickboxing match, or you think there's going to be a lot of grappling as well?
I think it's going to be mostly kickboxing.
I think so
'cause
too, man. I think so too.
Jan doesn't want to gas out, like even trying to grapple with Reyes, and I'm pretty sure Reyes is going to think the same.
But
like
if,
he wouldn't.
if you think you have that big of an advantage, like once it reaches the ground, like if you're a black belt and you know the other guy's like a blue belt,
Yeah,
I mean, and belts can mean different things, especially in MMA, but I think he should mix it up just to keep Dominic Reyes guessing.
okay. The reason I said that was because I actually heard Jan in an interview, and he predicts that the fight's going to be a kickboxing fight.
Okay, got
He-
you. Which is fair.
no,
Which is fair, but he can say that and not mean it too, but
He can.
he can mean it too, you know what I mean? So,
He can. Yeah, absolutely right, dude.
Yeah. But I think it's always good to at least just like fake a takedown or something. You don't even have to really want to engage, but just to try to keep the guy guessing.
For sure. Keep it in the game plan, like one of the threats that he actually has to look out for. Okay, so the betting odds for Dominic Reyes to win the fight straight up, you bet $10, you get $13. $13 and 60 cents back. If you bet $10 on Jan Blachowicz, you get $32, sorry. Honestly, I think that Jan's odds are pretty good. Not bad at all.
Spicy, man. That's really spicy odds, bro.
I just don't see. I don't
I
see.
mean, Woodley's odds look good as well, bro.
Oh, you bet on Woodley, Ralph?
4.1.
How could you?
Yeah, but
Ralph?
I had a bet on Colby too. You know, I'm not that
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
crazy.
Ain't an amateur, dude. I'm,
exactly. It ain't my first rodeo, bro.
Dude,
The numbers bait me in a lot of the times, but I have a contingency plan usually.
Reyes versus Blachowicz, the light heavyweight title fight. I bet.
Oh,
on
you didn't?
straight up Adesanya and Jake Matthews to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I made a crazy one with all the Anzac fighters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just for fucks.
So,
But all of them are favorites, man. Like the odds aren't great.
we got Ralph.
I got Reyes, bro. I got Reyes by.
Yep.
I want to say Reyes by decision.
So that's your final pick, right, Ralph?
Yeah, I want to say TKO, but nah, I'll go with decision. Reyes
Okay.
though.
I don't know why I feel like this is Dominic Reyes's coming out party. Like, I think that he's gonna get the first round KO or TKO. If not the first round, early in the second round. Yeah, I actually think so. But I
would love to
didn't
see
bet
that,
on
though.
this fight.
I would love to see that.
I didn't bet on this fight though. But that's
Why not?
okay. The thing is, for Jan's odds of 3.25, I think that it's more likely that Jan knocks out Dominic Reyes than if Costa were to knock out Izzy. So that's the reason why I didn't bet on this.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. You could say that. You just never know, though. That's the thing.
Never know. We
Yeah.
just haven't seen a one-punch knockout from Costa in the UFC, but we've seen that from Blachowicz a few times actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Dominic Reyes by first round
Easy.
TKO or KO. Yeah, man.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. First round, love me some first round KOs.
Okay.
But the fifth round stoppages are super fun to watch as well, though.
Oh, definitely, dude. But
So you can see them like exchange techniques and then finally see who the legit winner is.
that would be ideal, dude. I always feel like just
Right?
as a fight fan, right, Ralph, like a
Yeah.
big hardcore fan, I wouldn't mind if every fight that I was actually looking forward to ended in the third round or the fifth round. You know, like in the final round.
Yeah.
I-
Nah, but you'd want to see some crazy ass shit like Jorge's flying knee of Ben Askren. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, man.
You'd want to see that shit as well. So you need a good
Yeah.
balance. You need a good balance.
All right, that's a wrap for today, guys. Thanks to whoever actually tuned in and watched. If you actually like the channel and like what we're actually doing right now, so this is only episode 3. We're going to be doing one for any big UFC events, possibly even upcoming fight night events. So if you guys actually like whatever content that we're putting out, please do subscribe and click the subscribe and like button over here right there.
Comment, talk some shit as well. Give us some, I don't know, criticism,
Yeah,
constructive criticisms.
Do give comments.
Tell us what you want to hear.
And if you've got any questions or just topics that you want to hear us talk about, please do, and I'll definitely check the comments and see what's up.
Yeah, hit us up on the gram as well at Rav Savani. You know what I'm saying?
Rav Savani. For me on the grams, I'm Brian_Kongs. KONG Zach. I'm going to put it up here in the video. So yeah, that's all for this week, guys. All right. See ya.
All right.
Malloy, why this shit bang?
Peace.